Hi, this is Terry from the Frugal Connection. Welcome to my kitchen. I'm getting ready to leave for a 7-day trip, and in this video, I'm going to be making some chocolate peanut butter espresso muffins to take with me. I want to invite you along with me while I make them. All right, friends, another thing that I want to make to take with me on this trip is some chocolate peanut butter espresso muffins. So this way I can have a muffin for breakfast if I want. I could have it for dessert at some point, or if I just want a snack. But this has no added sugar in it other than dates, and it's a great option. So I want to put in there first are my medjool dates. I have 7 pitted medjool dates, and I'm going to just add those right in, and I'm going to give it a good pulse a couple of times to break it up, because I want those broken down into small pieces. All right, and to my food processor and the dates, I'm now going to add in 1/2 cup of all natural peanut butter. It's unsweetened, no extra salt. Let's stick that right in there. I'm going to also add in I have 1 cup of unsweetened almond milk. I'm going to add that in there. And I'm going to add a splash of vanilla extract. It's about 1 teaspoon. And now I'm going to mix this all together. All right, I don't know if you're like me, but this is what happens when I cook sometimes. Things go awry. All right, let me clean this up a little bit. Now I'm also going to add in, I have 2 flax eggs here, which is 2 tablespoons of flax meal, ground flax meal, and 6 tablespoons of water. And that is my egg replacer in this recipe. Plus, at the same time, it's giving me some good nutrients that I need. All right, I'm going to do this now too. All right, on this plate, I have 1/3 cup, 3 tablespoons of unsweetened cocoa powder, all natural cocoa powder. I have 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of espresso powder. And I'm going to add this to my 2 1/3 cup of rolled oats. And I'm just going to give that a mix. All right, now I'm just going to add this to my wet ingredients. All right, there you have it. Now what I'm going to do is my oven is preheating to 400 degrees. I have a silicone baking muffin tin here, which is great because I don't have to use any extra oil or papers or anything. I just pop them right out of there when they're done in the oven. And I'm going to grab my cookie scoop just so that well, you know what? I'm just going to use a big spoon. Now it doesn't matter that your oats may not be ground fine like flour. In fact, I want to kind of keep them whole as much as possible because that will be a great bulk. I want to keep them whole as much as possible because that will give me the fiber that I need. All right, so I'm gonna just divide this evenly in my muffin tins. This will make about 12. And again, this is another great option. Now, the reason I didn't use any fruit in this one other than the dates is if I used banana or applesauce or something like that, then I basically would need to keep it in the refrigerator the whole time. I think the dates will be okay because they're dried. And I'm going to be in a hotel. I'm going to have a mini fridge, so there's not going to be a lot of space. All right, friends, I ended up with 10 muffins. I'm gonna get these in the oven. I made a little bit of mess because I had to shuffle things a little bit. But this is 10 muffins. I'm gonna bake them at 400 degrees for about 15 to 20 minutes. I'm gonna check on them after 15 minutes just to make sure that they're not getting done too quickly. And I will meet you back here when they're done, and we will give them a taste and see how they turned out. These came out of the oven. They smell amazing. Now, I'm going to confess, they don't look very pretty because they're not made with all-purpose flour. They're not made with eggs or butter or oil, so they don't have that huge high lift. They're basically, it's just rolled oats with the add-ins. I know it's going to taste great because I did taste a little bit of the batter ahead of time. And those rolled oats are going to give me the fiber I need along with the dates that are in them. They have a healthy fat with all natural peanut butter. And then they also have flaxseed. The flax egg will give me the omega-3s. So I want to give these a try. They look amazing. They look really good. Smell delicious. And let me give them a taste. The only sweetener they have are the medjool dates that I added. I didn't add maple syrup. I don't use sugar. Great. I mean, it's a hint of sweetness, so they're not going to be super sweet. In this case, it gives me enough of a sweetness that it satisfies my sweet tooth. It's definitely chocolatey, little tiny hint of espresso. So I hope you'll give these a try. I will put this recipe down below in the description box. It'll be a link that will take you to my website, The Frugal Connection. This is going to be a great thing to bring with me on my trip. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you in the next video.